Hello, welcome to new video. So in this video, we are discussing the packages in the Java. So what is the use of the packages and why we are creating the packages, and those things are we are discussing in this video. So first of all, I share my screen for the better explanation. So guys, these are some packages in my Java program. Okay. So first package is com.dao. Second is com.dto. Third one com.exception. And fourth is com.ui. Then com.utils. So guys, these are five packages that I created in my project. Okay. So what is the use case of these packages? Why I am creating different packages first of all. So guys, in the main method, you can see here, this is the main method of my application. So you can see here, there are like mini application. So this is like in the first package, there are 4 5 classes. In the DTO also 4 5, then exception 3 classes, then UI there are 1 classes, then utils there are 3 4 methods. So guys, this if we are creating all these things in a simple main class, then this code is like 1000 line plus code at that time. So this is so hectic for understanding what is happening in our application. So for avoiding this type of situation, we are creating different packages that are different use case. Okay. So first of all, we are start with the home.ui. In the UI package, guys, we are creating a class here, UI.main. In the UI package, we are simply deal with the users. Okay, we are getting the data from the user, and if we are getting some data from the other classes, then at the time of printing, we are printing in the user interface classes, because in the UI package, user can interact with the database or application. So all input taking process and the output process are we are writing in UI package. So you can see here, if we are taking an example like add car to like display car details. Okay, so this is update the car details by car ID. So in this method, you can see here, we are passing some operations that are necessary to update the car details and by car ID. So it is necessary to passing the car ID. So you can see here in the three number option, the method here is update car details. So I open update car details. So you can see here, enter the car ID here. So I enter the car ID here, then update model number, update price. These updatation things are happening here. So we are getting the data from the user, and after the completing, we are creating the object class of the DAO. These things are explained further in the video. So please watch whole video, like a complete video. So at the last, I am printing. If our car is successfully added, then I am simply printing in the screen car successfully added. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is simple. We are interacting with the user, we are getting the data from the user, and if we are successfully done our operation at the time, we can show the result to the user like your work is completed. Okay. If there are some exception, then for the exception handling, we have some different package in our application. Okay, guys. So all user interaction we are dealing in the UI class, UI package. So if we are handling the database connectivity, all these things in UI, then or these packages are not useful, because we are doing some mixture in our in single package. So at that time, this is not useful packages. So packages are useful in we can use in good way. Like we create the different packages with the different use cases. So UI package for the interaction with the users and display the data to the users. Okay, guys, understand? After that, there are packages home.utils. So in the utils package, we are declare some methods that are very useful for us, and we are taking this method again and again in the again and again in every method. So that's why these are utility methods. So this is a utility method to create a connection between Java and MySQL. Okay. So this is very necessary process in every method that we deal with the customer and our application, like they are interact to each other. So connection is very necessary to deal with the Java and MySQL. Okay, so this is we call this method we call again and again. After that, creating a connection, the close connection is also very necessary. So this is also utility class. So that's why I'm declaring the DB.utils. After that, you can see here, if we are retrieving the data from the database, at that time, it can be happen like our database is empty set. So for the checking that, we are creating a check result set and we are passing here result set rs. If this is empty, then it return the empty like true or false. So these are the utility methods. I mean to say that I am not explaining the whole things, but I am explaining in this video only packages. So this is utility method that we are used again and again. So that's why I am declaring these methods in utility class. After that, guys, if we get any exception in our program, so we are creating exception like in our own way. So in this application, there are one exception, car exception, no record found exception, something went wrong exception. So this exception can be happened, and we are print our own message in this exception. Like if no record found exception is happened, then we are simply pass that there are no report found in our database. So we, because the user is not understand the technical term, technical error. Okay, he can understand only the simple English language. Okay, so that's why in this exception we can simply write exception in our own way. Okay, so for the avoiding the red black error in our program like exception, so like a area out of bound of exception, this like when a user interact with the application, he not understand these things. So that's why we are creating this type of exception. And for the exception, we are creating different packages. So this is exception package for the exception class, UI package for interact with the user and our application. After that, util class for the utility method that we need again and again. After that, guys, this is a DAO package. Okay. In the DAO data access object. So what is the meaning of this? In the DAO package, we are dealing with, like we are creating a connection between our Java application to our database. Like we are passing some data from UI layer, and after that, we are creating a object of the DAO. Okay, like car DAO implementation. We are creating these, like we are getting these object, and in these methods, in these classes, there are some methods that interact with the database, like add data to the table and retrieve the data from the tables. So at that time, the DAO package, in the DAO package, we are declaring only those methods, those classes that are necessary for the dealing with database and Java. Like we are passing the query in our Java application, and these these are connected with the JDBC driver, and they are interact to the MySQL database. So like you can see here, display card out implementation. In this, you can see here, this is the example. So first of all, I create the connection. db.get connection to database. So I am passing here like we are creating db.get connection to database. We are using utility class here. Okay, db.utils. And we are passing a query, select car ID, model name, price, total seat, car turnover in crores. So guys, like in this query, so you can see here, there are two tables. From car, C, this is alias name, inner join, company's alias name is com, on C dot company ID is equal to com dot company ID. So you can see here in this query, we are retrieving the data from the two tables. At the time, we are getting these things now, like car ID, we are getting car ID, model name, price, total seat, company name, turnover in crores. So when we are getting these things, so you know very well, the reports in our database are more than one. Okay, so how you can store this type of information in, like how you can store, like first of all, this thing is happen, how you can store this type of information? Can you create a array of these things? You cannot create array, because if you are creating a string type of array, then some values are string like car ID, car model number, the price is int value there. So this is like exception type thing are happen in your program. So guys, for the avoiding these things, this is a interaction with the database to the Java application in the DAO package. Okay, so in this we are adding the information to the database in the DAO. We are retrieving the data in the DAO. So these all things are deal with the database that are we are declaring in the DAO package. So now we are getting these information. Okay, so how we can store this? So guys, the better thing is we create a class for these things, these columns, car ID, model name, price, total sheet. Like we can create a class of these things, these variables, and now after that we can create a constructor and we can create a getter setter, and after that we can store these things, these object easily. So for the better explanation, I open DTO. In the DTO, data transfer object, we are only dealing with the creating the object. So first of all, you can see here, this is car.java. So this is a interface. This is its implementation. So in this, in the car, there are car ID, model name, price, total seat, company ID. These things are here. After that constructor, then getter set. So now we are creating the, we can easily create the car object na, at that time. If we are getting only car table data, then we can store the car table data in the car class simply, and we can print this car object with the overriding toString. You can see here in this way. So if we are getting the data from the two table, at that time, the fields are more than these things. Like these are the car ID, model name, price, total seat, company ID. Here, there are 2-3 columns more than like company name, company turnover. So we cannot store in car implementation. Huh? So that's why we are writing here car DTO implementation. So I create a new DTO for getting the all information. So you can see here, I am creating the all variables that we are getting from the two tables, car ID, model name, price, total seat, company name, turnover in crores. Because I know very well, we are getting the data from the database with the two tables in DAO package, and that are we are getting this type of value. So this is easy now, like we are create a class for these things. So we are getting these whole things, then we can simply create the object of this display card DTO. And if we are getting the whole things, then we can simply display card DTO implementation. We can create the object and we can pass these things. And we are after that, if the data is more than one, like there are 50 data, 60 data, then we can simply store these like display card DTO implementation in a list of this type. Display card DTO list में सेव कर सकते हैं ना इन सभी को डेटा को, and after that we can simply iterate in the list and we can print all details. So you can see here easily display card DAO implementation. You can see here it returns the display card DTO list. It returns the list of display card DTO. And what I am doing here, I am simply that we are getting the data from the database like car ID, model name, price, total seat, company name, turnover in crores from car and company. So we are storing the value in list dot add. Like there are iterate to the all reports. जब तक आर एस टू नेक्स्ट होगा तब तक चलता रहेगा, जब तक रिपोर्ट्स दिखते रहेंगे इसको. So list dot add in the display card DTO type list, we are storing the object of display card DTO implementation. So this sixth thing we are storing in this, and the list is now type of display card DTO. Now we can return the list and the UI package for the displaying the data. You can see here a package here display. Where is it? Display card UI. So this we are getting the value of display card DTO here, and we are simply we are simply iterate with the for each loop, and we are passing x. What is x here? X is here car this thing. Where is it? Car DTO implementation. Okay, this is whole class here. So I am printing here, and x is we are already override the toString. So we are iterating in the list like for each. So guys, these are the explanation for the DAO package. In the DAO package, we are only deal with the MySQL database and means database, any database, Oracle database, database. So only deal with the database in the DAO package. In the DTO package, we are creating only classes, car class, company class, and we are getting the data from more than two class, more than two tables. Then we are create a class for these fields, okay, in the DTO. And in the exception package, we are creating the exception. In the UI package, we deals with the user. And after that, in the utils package, we declare here utils method in the utils package. So in the this is db.properties that we are not hard coding. We are simply write our properties like the username password of our database in the db.properties file. So this is for the storing our credentials here. Okay, guys. So this is the leaf folder. In the leaf folder, we are creating a MySQL connector. Okay, that deals with the Java and MySQL. So how we can connect to a Java to MySQL. So simply click on the project, build path, configure build path. After that, in the library, after that, click on class path. This is already connected, you can see here, but I tell you the step. First of libraries, then class path, then add jars. If your MySQL connector is in local root, then you can click on add jar. And if you are open the home, then my JDBC connector in the leaf folder, I simply click on this, then OK, then apply. So this is again come here. So I remove this. So remove this. So guys, this is the simple process for connecting the database to our Java application. So hope this video is helpful for you. If you are new in channel, you can subscribe the channel, and if this video is helpful for you, then you can like and you can share with your friends. So thank you so much guys. मिलते हैं किसी न्यू वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय.